you might have noticed this in a couple of my videos. We have a new sign for the shed, yes, and that's what it says. We got this at the Old Oak Common Open Day, and I don't know how much longer what's left will be there because of the proposed plan of building a station there. So I haven't got many memories, it's all memories in my head, but to have something that's a little bit fitted and stamped, so that's why I bought this. My great granddad actually used to live looking over Old Oak Common. His house was one of the engine drivers' houses that looked over the depot. So Old Oak Common is very much in my blood. So I had to have a sign, and it has to be in my shed, so a new sign for the shed. So when I'm soldering, I use my soldering platform, my soldering machine, which is this thing here. It's a superheated, heats in 12 seconds to 400 degrees. Definitely a good soldering iron, some good flux. I get this from the plumbing shop down the road, because I think you pay a couple of quid for it, just lose the brush. That has lasted me probably 2 years, this stuff, so don't buy fancy stuff. And some good solder. Good soldering iron, flux and some solder, and you'll be well away. Okay, I've got a little fan thing here. This is something I've made up. So it's just a fan. I've got a little switch and it runs on a battery. This is really good for when I'm soldering. It just sucks all the fumes in there away from my face, which then's got an extractor on the top of the shed. It takes it all out. So we're going to get down to what I've been making. You can see this little bit there. This is another little ladder that I've thought I'd make. So I'll just carry on making it and then bend that back. I'm going to snip this off about there. I'm going to adjust it afterwards. There we go, it's starting to take shape already. So there we go, we've done our little Loco steps. And we'll spray it up and spray it in matte varnish afterwards. We're going to wash it in washing up liquid first, let it dry for a couple of days, and then we'll spray it, and then we'll have another one to match this one, a little bit different than that one. Okay, so I finished spraying and matte varnishing the little ladder that goes up to the cab. So there it is. Let's just stick it on the layout. There we go. Little gap there. So there you go. I've done this one in a BL blue because it was quite fitting, and I just added some silver up and down the steps and sort of brush marks on it, just to make it look like it's a bit worn and haggard in a sense. But there you go. Our little Loco platform. So I have modified my little buffer stop, and that's this one here, and this was an idea that I picked up from West Blythe MPD. If you check out his channel, he's done a video on how to make this, and I quite highly recommend it, so thanks to Michael for that. This is a Pico SL40 buffer stop, and that is the one there. Okay, it's all a plastic kit, comes in 3 components. Can't remember how much they are, but they're a few quid. It's quite easy. It's 3 bits of rail, and it's actually super glued on the back of the original post at the back there. So these bits of rail are actually soldered together, and then this super glued to the original part at the back. I think Michael does it a little bit differently, where he takes out the post, and actually it's a very tight look, and it looks really good. But I have left my post in just to make it a little bit thicker, because it's the end of my depot, and then also these little prongs in the back stay in, and it makes it a little bit stronger, because I've had a lot of trouble where trying to glue these onto there, they just fall apart. So that was personally my choice. To paint it up, I've just sprayed it in white primer, and then I masked off the red area so I could paint it in red, and I've done a dry brush effect. So those who are not familiar with dry brushing, it's where you put paint on your brush and you work it off so there's hardly any colour, and I just dab it in the middle to get that broken wood effect that looks like the white sort of showing underneath. I've still got to do a little bit more weathering on the white, but and I might do a few more of these. I certainly think they look better than some of the buffer stops that are out there. So have a go, give it a whirl on a little buffer stop. The other thing you can add is some detailing, like little oil drums. Again, I'm painting these different colours. That's in a green. Paint some silver around the outside to make it look like it's sort of scratched. Still got some bits to do on these. I'll do some spills and stuff like that. That one there, I just obviously painted it red, painted it white, and then I got a dry brush and just dabbed the red, dry brush the red to make it look like it's weathered a bit haggled. So that's my oil drums. That's a good little detail. All them sort of things are good on your yard. Little detail here, I've added this little rail. Again, this is brass that I've soldered 2 lengths together, and then I've just added some bits behind, make all the little barriers, so it's easy to make. Again, out the same rodding that we used for this one. So this are little features for that one and that one. I'll show you something else that we've done. Put a little ladder on this one. This is a little detail that I was very keen to add to my new depot, and that was some kind of engine or motor. There's a diesel engine there. This is actually more suitable for a class 45, class 47. There's a guy on the internet that makes them on eBay. I think you find if you search the name of the engine, which I'll put in the description, it'll take you straight to this guy that makes all these kind of things, and they're great. They're a good little detail, and he'll get them sent to you really rapid post as well. So a great little product. So that's going to be added to the new depot. I might add a little bit of weather into it, some oil stains to make it look like it's been used, and that will sit inside the depot itself. So that's my little engine. This is one of the new features for the new Loco depot. I thought it was time to add a nice little office, so I went for the Bachmann Scencraft Hampton Hill Plate Layers hut, and this is the one I bought. And if you're familiar with Bachmann buildings, they're really highly detailed little etched windows, and great little paint job. The only thing you don't get is any interior in any of these buildings, but I've just made a little interior out of plastic card and just dressed it with some paper background that I've made up on the computer. All in all, I think it looks quite fitting, and yeah, I think so. Makes it look like a little office instead of an empty shell. Looks like someone's working in there. Whether I light it up yet, I'm not decided. I might light it up, put a little light in there. But at the moment, the idea is so you can see the window and you can see something's happening. So that's that little feature, and that will be with new depot. So there you go, guys, that is the end of our part 3. Don't forget to check out part 4, where we will actually unveil and reveal our new engine shed. Ta-da! So you'll get to see it. I know you've been waiting so long, so you'll see it. And it is done. I've put the roof on, so you'll be pleased to know everything's gone to plan. I have filmed it, and I'm now editing the last few bits, so it won't be long after this video. So do check out part 4. All the accessories you've seen today and all the projects, they'll all be added to it, so it'll all come together. That's the way I've done it that way. Do check out Dave Class 47. He's got an amazing channel and an amazing layout. And I know he's got a layout. I know he's got a depot build coming up somewhere in the future. I know he's busy, but so do check that out. He's got a great channel. He's just built a caravan park and done static grass, and so if you guys are looking for something like that and you've not come across Dave, do check him out. He has a great channel. Big thank you to you guys for following and believing in what I do. Without your support, I couldn't do my job here. So that's me building and enjoying and filming and editing. It all takes time, obviously, with family and all the rest of it. So thank you for being patient and just putting up with me. That's about all I've got for you today. So that's the end of that one. Just take care, look after yourselves, and I'll catch you soon. Cheers, guys. Don't forget to check out part 4.